James, An American Painting. Well, I'm going to claim that this I've been a docent here for 6 years. They actually let me do the things that I like to do best in the world, which is to study, to shape a story, and then to share it. I mean, when I retired from being a full-time professor, they gave me a Tiffany crystal apple, and they said, what would you like it to say? And people put their dates and this and that. Without even thinking, I immediately paraphrased a phrase from the Canterbury Tales, and gladly would she learn and gladly teach. He is the consummate man of letters. I throw myself into a topic. Sometimes I know a lot about it to begin with. Sometimes I know zero. And I immerse myself in whatever the exhibition is. And then I try to shape it into an interesting narrative, and then I get to perform. I also have a little bit of a performing streak. Gets pneumonia, and in 4 days, she's dead. The shock of it. So I love what I do. Hey, are you going to join me on this Henry James tour? Okay, come a little closer. I want to welcome you to the Morgan Library. I'm almost always early at the gathering spot because I like to kind of see who's there, and I like to chat with the people, see where they come from, if they have a particular interest. And by the minute I talk with them, I'm relaxed and happy, because that's maybe the most fun of all. I pick and choose from the items in the exhibitions, the ones that I think are the most interesting, the most beautiful, the most enigmatic, and we stop at different stations, and I give them background and hopefully make sense out of the exhibition in a way that they wouldn't get just looking and reading the wall panels, because otherwise what do they need me for? Most of my career, I was a professor of English at New York City College of Technology. It was harder getting this volunteer job than any paid job I ever had. They make you jump through hoops.
Docents have to go through a kind of long vetting process in order to be taken on by the Morgan, and they are interviewed extensively. They have to try out to be a docent, and then if it looks like they have the potential to be a good guide, they're brought into the program, trained extensively over a period of months, and then there's a final exam, and if they pass that, then they can be a Morgan docent.
What I'm so impressed with is how much work you do and how much work we do. All of this, pages and pages of material, dense material of variety, is just for one show that's gonna leave. One of my friends who sees how much work I put in, she says, don't you think you need to get paid? You're putting in 1 million hours. I said, it doesn't even cross my radar screen. I'm getting paid. I'm just not getting paid in money. So I'd like to end by Henry James's last words about art. He says, documentary truth is limited. It needs to be complemented by imaginary truth, to guess the unseen from the seen. This is what these artists, painters and writers are giving us. They are giving us artistic truth, truer and more lasting than facts. Thank you very much for joining me.
I thought it was fantastic. It gave such an insight into Henry James and the connections he had.
Her own enthusiasm and love both of the paintings and of the literature really came through.
I know so much more now than I did before, and I am definitely going to read every book that she mentioned.
They're going to drag me out of here when I'm on crutches, and I like to do it as long as I have energy.